everybody. Welcome to a Quickie with Miss B. Today is Wednesday, all day and half night.
Wait. We're gonna start a new trend, remember?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Burrito Wednesday. Yep, Burrito Wednesday.
Can't wait to see how many comments we get on YouTube for that one. All this week we're talking about fall is in the air. And if you missed any of the previous episodes, please go back and check them out. And as always, thanks so much for joining us. It's greatly appreciated. Although I don't know what happened yesterday.
Well, I could explain it, but yeah, that would take a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I thought today we'd talk about hayrides.
Now, see,
what could go wrong?
When I was a kid,
excuse me,
the hayride was a magical experience, you see, because the parents were at the front of the hayride, all right, and the kids were at the back, and you could sit next to your girl on the hayride, all right, and everybody had little blankets because the chill was in the air. It was nippy, all right, so you could actually pull the blanket up. All right, and you used to be able to put a little kiss on the neck every once in a while. You know, hayrides were magical. You were holding hands, you know, and every once in a while when the parents were looking, oh, look at that, you could do a little smoochy there. Oh yeah, hayrides were a magical experience. And for some reason, I have a funny feeling they're about to take my childhood and wrap it into destructive measures and destroy it. So.
There's that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
You don't have a horror hayride story?
I fell off once. And they didn't know.
Okay, do tell.
It was one of these. I fell off. They got stuck in the mud. I fell off, all right, because it bounced. I landed in the mud. I wasn't thinking. Instead of, yo, I didn't yell or anything like that at all. I stood up. I'm trying to wipe myself off. But now about a minute has gone by. They've turned the corner now. So nobody sees me and I don't see them. I'm like, oh, it's pitch black. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a second. Now it's pitch black outside. Now I'm like 8. And I'm like, all right. So I started walking as I knew I had to go that way, and hopefully they were going to stop sometime soon, and I would be able to catch back up. And, man, it was amazing. All kinds of noise in the woods when you're walking by yourself, having just fallen off a hayride. The strangest sounds, you know what I mean? Up ahead, you can hear the people going, ah, and they're screaming. You're going, oh, I hope those guys don't jump out on me. And that's when I realized maybe it might be a good idea because they could tell me how to get back. And I'm walking along, and I'm guessing, I guess they just, I wasn't thinking. They didn't jump out on me at all because it wasn't like 9 hayrides. They went back. They jump out for that one time, and then they go to the next place. So they're already gone. I'm like, well, how come they're not jumping out for, gee, I could use a hand here. I kept walking.
Yeah.
It was a ride, just not a hayride. That was just like more of a destituted walk. So I mean, it wasn't anything exciting. It's no horror story or anything like that at all. I fell off, didn't pay attention, and they turned the corner, and I had to walk all the way back. Which seemed like miles and miles, but but it was just going back and forth. And eventually I realized, hey, why would I keep going back and forth across the field when I could just walk across the field to the barn? So I was following the corn maze stuff. I'm going, well, this is stupid, you idiot. Go through it. And that's when I realized it was only about 400 yards away. So, yeah. And I got back real quick, and then everyone was like, where were you? I'm like, oh, yeah. I love when people do that. Where were you? Oh, like you were looking. You were looking for me. You and the wagon came back, right? Yeah, sure thing. Yeah.
I'll tell you mine real quick. It didn't happen to me, but I was on this particular hayride.
How come nothing ever happens to you? You're just always there as a witness. You're such a weirdo.
Well, I was smart. I didn't drink. Okay, so we went to
The children were drinking?
No, this was an adult hayride.
Oh, bomb chicka wow.
So they had the what do you call it? The pig fest, because this was out at the farm a farm. One of our friends.
Why do you always say, what do they call it? How do I know they have a pig fest? How do I know there was a pig fest? What do they call it? I was on a hayride, for the, what do they call it? Pig fest? I thought it was a hayride.
So we had a pig fest, and then we had a hayride. And by that point in time, after everybody ate and was drinking a lot, they decided we should go on this hayride. So we get on the hayride, and we start going. And the guy decides that he's the one that's in charge of the hayride, driving the whatever. Wagon. He decided to go a little bit too fast, and so we're going over bumps, and of course, you're coming up off the
hay bale
stack of hay bale that you're sitting on, and it's like, oh, that hurts. Well, one of the guys who had way too much to drink was not really paying attention, and he fell off backwards.
Wow, that's a surprise. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I mean, we hit the bump and it went boom, and then all of a sudden he just went flying backwards. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And nobody saw this happening. And I'm trying to tell them they need to stop because we just lost somebody. And they're like, no, we're going to keep going. And I'm like,
wow, those are some friends.
I'm telling you, just add alcohol, see what happens.
Wow.
So I'm like, no, I got to go back. And then all of a sudden they stop, and I'm like, shh, and he goes, shh, I think I hear something. All of a sudden you hear the guy in the field. And like you say, it's pitch black out there. You can't see your hand in front of your face. All you hear is this voices saying, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, my word. I don't have my thingy. I'm trying to press a button, but I don't have a button.
So everybody gets off the hayride and starts, searching for the poor dude that fell off the back of the wagon.
Don't drive there with the vehicle and the lights and all that. No, just wander around in the darkness. Drunk idiots wandering around. I can't see anything. Well, if we used the stinking vehicle that we dumped him off of, maybe we'd see him. But no, you guys just keep kicking, kick the grass. Eventually you'll hit something, and that'll be him. Go ahead.
That pretty much was the mentality that night.
I see. That's a traumatic wagon story right there. That's a hayride gone wild.
Yes, it is.
Mine's just sad because I fell off and nobody knew I was gone. Nobody knew I was gone. Nobody cared. Nobody came back for me. It was just me all alone, walking across the field.
And on that note, we need to be gone for a moment. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to A Quickie with Ms. B. If you missed the first half of the episode, please go back and check that out. All this week, we're talking about fall is in the air.
Never drink and wagon.
Yes, don't drink and wagon.
Never drink.
You might not be able to get up.
That's right. And if you do drink and wagon, have the button thingy. You're gonna need help.
I think that the prerequisite to getting on the hayride, the hayride to hell, that was about it that time, is that they should have to have like flashlights with them or something.
Well, gee, now you're doing smart stuff. Why would you do that?
Well, you're dealing with drunk people. Come on.
What if one falls off and we run them over? We can't see them. So, I mean, there you go. That's a great idea. Yeah, none the wiser, right?
Yep. Okay, so we've covered a lot of stuff that we talked about in regards to fall or things that are related to fall. And we can't forget about this one. The annual Thanksgiving dinner.
Or as I like to call it, a way to make nightmares come true. You could invite your relatives over and then burn it.
Yep.
Not that I know anything about that. You could shrinky dink a turkey. Mm-hmm. You could go and get ganked by a little old lady who stole all your food. There's a lot of things that can happen in this so-called Thanksgiving Day meal.
Or you could just not have the traditional turkey dinner and just serve everybody lasagna.
Yep. One of these days, you know what's going to happen with me? Everyone's going to come over for Thanksgiving. I'm going to walk out with 2 gallons of milk, 4 boxes of Fruit Loops, and a bunch of bowls and spoons. And go, there you go. Chow down. Be sure you say thanks. Because I'm giving it to you. Get it? Thanksgiving? There you go. All right. By the way, please note these are brand name Fruit Loops and the family size pack. So this is like $6 a box, people. Okay? And I got 4, so eat up. The grandkids would love me. What'd you guys have for Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah.
Fruit Loops. Oh, I love my grandpa. We have Fruit Loops.
Grandpa gave us Fruit Loops.
And then we had s'mores with Hershey's syrup on it. I cried.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually did the first year, the very, very first year after I was married, decided that I was going to make the Thanksgiving dinner. Did I tell you this story before?
Oh, yeah, you burned it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Badly.
To
the point where the smoke alarms went off.
I find it absolutely hilarious because I know you, and as you start to realize it's burning, at that very second, she's at full-fledged trauma. Okay.
Yep.
But now unable to stop.
Trauma in the kitchen.
Now unable to stop the trauma from unfolding. Then she has to formulate a plan to make sure no one knows, and then cover her trail and fix it all. More trauma.
Candles are a beautiful thing.
Yes. Now enter relatives, and she's not ready.
Nope.
Oh God. It's like a Christmas carol gone bad. Yeah.
You never tried to salvage a burnt turkey? I mean, it's not easy.
Well, number one, have you ever tried to burn a turkey? That's not easy. Remember, that's 20 pounds of wet bird. To actually dry the bird out and then let it go beyond dry to the point of, we're going to toast this mother. I mean, we are talking like, ladies and gentlemen, to give you an idea. If you were to rig the stove to actually go into the self-clean mode, which is about 700 degrees, and you jammed a turkey in there, it should take roughly about 4 hours to burn it to a crisp at 700 degrees. She managed to pull this off and nothing flat.
At least I didn't shrinky dink a turkey.
But we ate our turkey because it was absolutely amazingly delicious. The skin sucked because it had no crispiness to it. But, wow. When you shrinky dink a turkey, boy, it comes out moist. It comes out moist, I'll tell you what. Most moist turkey I ever had. Funny looking thing when you're like, so do we just like peel off the plastic? Yeah, just peel the plastic right off. The skin goes with it. Yeah. But look, underneath it's a turkey. Wow, it was moist, but it is a strange thing to behold when you first pull it out of the oven.
You know, I got one from my friend here. Speaking along the line of turkeys, it said new turkey dressing. It says 4 cups crushed dry bread, a half a cup of sage, a half a cup of onion.
Half a cup of sage? Half a cup of sage? Oh, my God. Half a cup of sage?
Yeah, wait, it gets better. A half a cup of uncooked popcorn.
What?
A teaspoon of salt.
Wait a minute. Popcorn kernels?
Yes.
What?
And 5 cups of broth.
Oh, my God. What? That's a lot of sage.
It says mix well stuffed turkey. Cook for 5 hours at 300 degrees or until popcorn blows out the bum of the turkey.
What in the world?
Note to self, not having that friend do the cooking of the turkey for Thanksgiving.
Could you imagine that? Hearing that pop, 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 pop. All of a sudden you're like, could you imagine the stove? Oh my word, what? I think the turkey took a dump. What'd you feed it? I don't know, but it doesn't look good. A half a cup of sage? That's a lot of sage.
You're not even worried about the popcorn being shoved into the turkey's bum, but you're focusing on the sage.
That's like making pasta sauce, and you're like, give me a couple tablespoons of fresh basil. I go, why don't we just dump a cup of dried basil in it? Huh? That's just nuts. You're not going to taste anything. That whole thing will taste like nothing but just like you might as well chew on sage leaves. Give them. Here, I got a twig of sage for you. Put it in your mouth. Yeah, you go. That's it. Yeah, chew on that. Now take a bite of turkey. Ooh, flavorful, huh? Yeah, right. Okay.
I'll send you the recipe if you want.
Here, gnaw on this stick.
And on that note, we need to go. Are you getting kind of hungry after that?
No, I'm nauseated.